Have you actually given yourself permission to have the things in your life that you want to have? How's it going? My name is Nathan Hawken, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how to actually give yourself the permission that you need to give yourself in order to create the life that you want to create and have the things that you want to have. Now, if you are new to this channel, please like this video, leave a comment below if it's resonating with you, and if you want to share your thoughts and feelings. And of course, hit the subscribe button and the notifications just to make sure that you are up to date with any extra content I put out. If you're looking for a little bit of extra help at the moment, I've just created a new ebook called The 5 Steps to Self-Belief Mastery. If you want to start mastering your self-belief, you can access that and download it in the description below. There is a link for you there. Now, this is an area which is vitally important, but so often overlooked. And a lot of the people I work with and a lot of people I coach and train, they forget about it because they don't even think about it. Like, they've got these big goals, these desires and dreams that they want to work towards. They've got aspirations and they're motivated, but they realize that there's something missing, or they hold themselves back a bit. And that's usually because they don't actually allow themselves to say that it's okay to achieve it. You know, they don't give themselves the permission to go for it. And this usually happens because there is a lack in self-belief, or there's a lack in confidence, or there's something there deep down inside which is preventing them from doing it. And that's why they start to hold themselves back, or they start to stop short, or they start to procrastinate on some of the tasks, or they bail when things start to get difficult and uncomfortable. Because a lot of the time, people think they need permission from other people. And they get so wrapped up in what other people think, or what other people say, or the opinions from other people, and the permission other people give them as well, like friends and family. Like family in particular, are always out to help us as much as they can, but they do limit us a lot as well at times. And that's because we seek their approval a lot, or we want them to be proud of us, or we want them to be happy with us. But sometimes we're breaking the norm of what they expect of us as well. And so we want their permission to go for something that we want to do, which is almost like an oxymoron, because the only permission you ever need to go after something is the permission you give yourself. And really, everyone else needs to come on board with what you want and be supportive and happy for you as well. And now, low self-esteem can come into this, and a lack of self-belief comes into this because you may think you want to go for something, or you may have an idea or a flash of inspiration, like, I'm going to create this business, or I'm going to create something, whatever it is for you. But you start telling yourself all the reasons how you can't get it, how you can't have it. And this is something that really stops people, and it's probably stopping you now as well. And this can come up, and that lack of self-belief gets amplified when you don't actually just stop for a second and think, you know what? This is okay for me to do this. I can do this, and it's actually good for me to go do it. So I give myself permission to try, to go for it, to achieve it, to fail along the way, to mess up, to screw up, to be challenged, to be uncomfortable. But it's okay. I give myself permission to do that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people really struggle to actually take that step and stop for a second and think, do I need to give myself permission to do this? Well, yeah. They'll just sit there and think, you know what? It's not okay for me to have this, because I'm going to screw up, I'm going to make a mistake. And if I make a mistake, what does that mean about me? How does it reflect across my life? What does that mean to me as a human being? Well, I've made mistakes, I've failed, I'm a failure. Well, I don't want to feel that, so no, I don't give you permission to go do it now. Why don't we just kind of stay comfortable and stay where we are? Which, even thinking about that now, even just saying it out loud, it's strange, right? It's like, well, we're supposed to go fail. Right? We need to make mistakes because that's how we grow and that's how we learn. And so if we're not giving ourselves permission to grow, to feel, how detrimental can that be on our own happiness and our life and what we're trying to live for, and the people that are around us as well? Most of this happens unconsciously. And so that's why we're stopping ourselves. That's why we don't give ourselves permission, or we give ourselves all the excuses and reasons why we're going to fail or why not to do something. And so we have to start switching that, because the only permission you ever need is the permission that you give on yourself. And rather looking externally, we've got to go within. The journey out is always within first. And so that's what we have to do. We have to get down inside our unconscious and say, you know what? This is okay. This is good. I give myself permission to do this. More importantly, I am freaking worthy of making that happen. I'm worthy of the mistakes which I'm going to make. I'm worthy of actually falling ass over tit and getting myself back up and then doing it all again if it's going to get me what I want. I give myself permission to feel that, to be that, to experience that. Once you can develop that, once you can actually start to do that for yourself, things will start to fall in line a little bit more naturally, but you become okay with the things which do come your way. You become okay with the challenges. Even though they're hard and even though they're difficult, they become okay and you become good to do them. And one thing to really think about here, and this is why a lot of people don't take that necessary action that they need to take, is that if they are going to go do something new and something different and something bigger than they already have, it means they're going to change. It means they're going to be someone different, or they're going to become someone more. And even though the fundamental personality that you have inside yourself stays the same, you do become different, you do grow, and that can be a big pill for a lot of people to swallow. That can be really hard because they start to think about, well, if I'm going to change, what does that mean for my family and my relationships, the people around me? If I'm going to change, what does that mean for me? Like, what will I become? Will I become an ass and someone who's not very nice? Will my ego get in the way because I'm starting to do more, so I'm thinking more of myself? And so once these start to come up, that's when the lack of permission can come in, because it's like, well, if that's who you're going to become, or that's a possibility of who you're going to become, then no, let's not do it, because let's just stay safe, stay who you are. But if who you are is not working, then it's time to do something different. Now, this is a big fear a lot of people have. And so what you can do is this. If you're struggling with this, or if you're struggling to give yourself permission, or you are actually quite fearful of change, or the people around you are fearful of your change because that means they're going to have to change as well, all you have to do is just stop. Realize that change is inevitable. Growth is inevitable if you want to grow. And if you want more for yourself, if you want to create a business that's going to thrive, if you want to create a new opportunity in your life, or if you want something more, you're going to have to change, because who you are right now ain't working, right? If you're not happy with your life, then things ain't working. Now, one of my mentors told me once that you have to kill the person you are in order to become the person that you need to be. And that's when I talk about setting goals. I don't usually like setting material goals. Like, I set them for myself. Like, I have a financial target or a financial goal I'm working towards, but that is overseen by my ultimate goal of I need to become the person that can create that. So my goals for me, and I encourage you to do the same thing, is set a goal for you, like the person that you're going to become, rather than the things you want to have, because they will only come when you become the person that can handle them. Like, a lot of people ask, particularly in business, a lot of coaches that I work with, because I tend to coach coaches, they say, look, I just want heaps of clients. I want to work with heaps of clients. I want my calendar booked with coaching clients. I'm like, all right, cool. So if you want that, then you have to become someone who can freaking handle that work, because that is a lot of work. So people think they want people coming to their door, they want lots of clients, they want all the money coming in. You've got to develop that consciousness of the person that can embody that. When some people win the lottery, they become millionaires overnight and then lose it within 12 months. Why? Because they never developed a mindset of wealth. They never created an abundance mindset. So they lose it. So they never became, in their head, they never spent enough time cultivating a person that they need to become in order to handle the wealth when it comes. They never spent the time creating the person, or cultivating the person to become, in order to handle a successful business that brings in money, that has a bigger challenges, that has bigger fails, the big stresses along the way. You got to cultivate that first. And the only way to do that is by giving yourself permission to start off with. So start with this. No matter what you're doing, or where you are, or what progress you're already making, stop for a second and think, have I given myself permission to achieve what I want to achieve? And then let yourself know that it's okay to have the things, okay to do what you want, it's okay to create it. And then put your goals aside for a moment and think about the person that you need to become in order to make those goals happen. Because that will supersede anything else, because you've got to work on you first, always. So guys, I hope this video has been of some type of service to you and of value. If it has, please leave a comment below and hit the like button to make sure that you give me a little bit of love. If you need any further help, or you want to access more of my content which isn't on the YouTubes, you can check out my Facebook group, Mindset Potential. I am live in there and posting more things on a day-to-day basis. And I do have my ebook out now as well, which is the 5 Steps to Self-Belief Mastery, that you can access in the description below. Thanks for watching.